Who's That Girl?, directed by James Foley and starring Madonna and Griffin Dunne, is a 1987 screwball comedy about Nikki Finn, a street-smart girl who is falsely accused of murdering her boyfriend and sent to jail. Upon release, she is met by a man, Loudon Trott, who is supposed to make sure she gets on her bus back to Philadelphia, but instead, Nikki convinces him to help her catch those responsible for framing her, and while doing so, they fall in love with each other. Following the failure of Shanghai Surprise in 1986, Madonna signed up to do a film called Slammer. This was later renamed and became Who's That Girl? Now, Madonna isn't a good actress, but she is watchable in this, and she said the following about what drew her to the character of Nikki Finn. "I had a lot in common with Nikki. She's courageous and sweet and funny and misjudged, but she clears her name in the end, and that's always good to do. I'm continuously doing that with the public. I liked Nikki's tough side and her sweet side. The toughness is also a mask for the vulnerability she feels inside." Who's That Girl is typical 80s fare. It has a simple plot, fun action sequences, and a decent soundtrack. A soundtrack made up of 9 songs, 4 of which are by Madonna, the others being by Duncan Fair, Club Nouveau, Michael Davidson, Scritti Politti, and Coty Mondi. As part of the promotion for the film, 3 songs from the soundtrack were released as singles. The title track, Who's That Girl?, Causing a Commotion, and a song that was released as a European single, The Look of Love. Turn It Up by Michael Davidson was also released as a promotional single in the US only, where it reached number 15 in the dance charts. Now, because 4 of the songs on the album are by Madonna, Warner Brothers considered the album to be a Madonna album, and she launched her first ever world tour, the Who's That Girl Tour, in support of the album and the movie, on which she performed all 3 songs, Who's That Girl?, Causing a Commotion, and The Look of Love, live to over 1 million people around the world. The tour was a commercial success, as was the soundtrack album itself, unlike the movie, which was a critical and financial failure upon release. Now, I don't care what anybody says, I really enjoy and like this movie. It's far from the worst movie ever made, and is by far not the worst movie Madonna has ever been in either. Granted, it's not as good as Desperately Seeking Susan, but it's far better than Swept Away, or Shanghai Surprise, or Body of Evidence, or any other Madonna movie, barring Evita, that you could mention. Some of the acting is a bit hammy, some of the jokes are a bit forced, some of the humour is a bit flat, but it's overall great fun, and if you can just switch your brain off for 90 minutes, this is a really enjoyable 80s flick, to the point where I personally enjoy this movie as much as The Secret of My Success, Trading Places, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, or Stripes, or Caddyshack, or any other 80s comedy that you care to mention. It's great, energetic fun, and I always have fun watching it. And after all, that's the point. It's a screwball comedy, as I said at the beginning, and it's meant to be a bit of fun. Don't take it too seriously, and you will have fun watching it. This film gets a strong 7 out of 10 from me. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe to see all future content.